The most rewarding part of explanatory journalism is really simple. It's when you get an email from a reader and that reader says to you, I didn't understand this before and I do now. That is incredibly gratifying because you feel like you're really providing a service to people. You also feel like you're taking readers on a journey that you've probably been on yourself. You probably started reporting something or thinking about something, whether it was an hour ago or 2 years ago, not really understanding it yourself. And then you got to a point where you could understand it. If a reader doesn't understand a story, it's because I failed as a journalist.
One of the really exciting, I think, challenges about explanatory journalism is trying to look at something as though you'd never seen it before and look at it with completely new eyes. And that makes the job very hard, and it also makes it very interesting.
There's this almost derisive, I'd say almost derogatory word journalists use when they refer to explanatory journalism gone wrong. That's clickbait. That's often putting a how or why in a headline and then assuming, that's going to answer readers' questions without really changing your approach to storytelling. Journalists are getting better at it, but I fail and we fail certainly every day to do the best explanatory journalism possible that doesn't fall into clickbait.
When you are explaining a subject to readers, instead of just reporting on the facts, reporting on the events that occurred, you have to make some judgments about what is important. You have to interpret the facts and offer an explanation of why they occurred. And when you begin to do that as a journalist, sometimes you feel as though you're veering into opinion writing. And I think that's uncomfortable for many journalists, including me. And so in explanatory journalism, it's important to try to remain as focused on the facts as you can. Only with time and only over the course of history are the full significance of events truly possible to understand. And so even from week to week, we realize that the things that we wrote a month ago are now out of date because events have overtaken them. And so that is certainly frustrating. It's certainly frustrating that journalism is the first rough draft of history.